That for today, baby. Let's get into the word. It's going down. Let's see y'all copy that. All you copycatters. All right, let's get into the word, baby. We're going to talk about what is wholesaling. Hold on, I got my clicker going all crazy here. We're going to talk about wholesaling today, baby. We're taking this to a whole nother level. We'll give you the process. We're going to talk about the pros and cons. Now, we had this presentation before. You don't remember, but I told you I was a buy and hold guy. I didn't know much about wholesaling, but I'll teach you guys about it. I'll go and learn, and I'll do a little wholesaling for you. So I took you through it, right? How to be a successful wholesaler. We're going to talk about the lab. Oh, you know how I love them numbers. I tell you all the time, don't fall in love with them homes, baby. Fall in love with them numbers. I'm going to show you them numbers that you got to fall in love with. And then I'm going to give you some of my thoughts, and then I'm going to introduce the master teacher who's going to be taking over this Thursday session for me. So stay tuned. I got a new partner in the game, baby. But I got to start with my disclosure. I'm not an attorney. Although I'll give you some advice if you want it, but don't go back and tell, well, Mr. Ray gave me some lead. No, Mr. Ray didn't. He told you he wasn't an attorney. It's right here on the slide, baby. I'm going to point to it. I'm not a CPA. Neither am I real estate. I don't want to be a real estate. I'm a rogue real estate investor, baby. I'm out here cutting deals that I can't cut if I was an agent. Now, I got an agent that live in the house with me, my lovely wife, Lila. But I don't want to be. But if I got some deals to do, I know I can do. But I'm not. Don't tell them I was a real estate agent. What I am, though. I got to add something to this. I am your coach. I'm going to coach you up a little bit. I'm going to give you some mentorship. I'm the master teacher. I got a master teacher coming, but he don't know this the master teacher that he under. But I'm a motivational speaker. And I'm a rogue, really. I like doing deals people don't even want to touch. Why are you going to buy a house? There's a tenant over there. They're going to tow up the house. Why would you do? I'm that guy. That's what we do, baby. Yeah, I'm still going to give you a couple radisms here and there. So here's one for you. Circumstances don't make the man. They simply reveal him. Oh, no. You are who you are. The Bible says that as a man thinketh, so he is. And so you don't tell me, oh, well, they did this to me and that caused me to. No. That was in your heart before you ever got there, my brother. It only reveals you. So whenever you're under the gun and the ship is failing and you're taking on water, are you going to help others or are you going to jump? You're going to fear. The circumstances don't make you, baby. Simply reveal who you are. So let's talk about the definition of wholesaling. I'm going to slow down here in a minute, and I'm going to take my time. We got some slides we got to get to. I know you're busy. I checked your schedule, but we got to talk about this thing. We got to make sure we got a good understanding. So in real estate, wholesaling, what we do is we make contracts with the seller, right? And then we find somebody to buy it. And so we just contract with the seller and we keep the difference in the buy. I want to do a deal for $90,000. I'm going to take $10,000 and I'm going to sell it for $100,000. See, that's pretty basic. That's what the wholesaler do. That's what right now I buy from wholesale, so I know what happened. In fact, I'm going to show you my last contract that I bought from a wholesaler last week. Tell you exactly how it works. Show you the closing statement so you can see. Wholesalers are into distressed properties, baby. We got to find distress. Is it legal? I always get that. Well, I just told you I'm not a lawyer, but let me tell you what I do know. This is my opinion. Don't hold me to it. Some say that the wholesaler is acting like a broker, so that requires a license. Okay, some would say that. Others say that it's legal. It's okay because really, we're just signing a contract and we're signing it to somebody. We're not even taking possession of the property. I mean, we're selling, we have interest. I signed a 30-day contract with this guy. They say I'm either going to sell it in 30 days or I'm going to buy it. Or, we're going to, one way or the other, we're going to take care, or I'll help you sell it. So you're not owning the property, you're selling the interest in the property. Any questions so far? Questions? All right, keep rocking, baby. Some of the benefits. You don't need any money to get started. No, you don't. You can do this with $500. You can get a contract. If they're only willing for you to put down $250 to hold it, then that's all you got in the game. You never hold a deed to the property. You don't need a real estate license. You're simply the middleman in the transaction. It can be very lucrative if you can generate a lot of leads. This is a numbers game, baby. You will send out thousands of leads hoping that you get 4 or 5 of them, you make a whole lot of money on. That's the idea behind. You want to get people that are distressed, and you're not going to take advantage of them. You're going to offer them a fair price based on the money you can make and based on the money that the person that you're going to be selling to wants to make. So some of my characteristics, I think, of a good wholesaler is you got to be able to find deals. And so we got this program that we're going to be running called PropStream. That's where we're going to find our deals at. You got to be good at estimating the after repair value. You got to be good at estimating rehab costs. We always talk about that. Rehab costs is very important, baby. You got to be able to go in there, how much these floors going to cost, how much is water tank. I mean, all this, you got to be able to know. You got to be good at estimating rents. You got to know what the good math is behind a flip. If I want to buy and hold guys, what's the math behind them? You got to like talking to people. This is not one of those, I'm scared. I don't know how. This may not be for you. All right. What was that last one? Negotiating without taking advantage of people. There's a lot of people in this game that's taking advantage of people, and we're not going to, that's not what we do. We are with the captain of the Lord's army, baby. We do things right. Now, we're trying to get the best deal. See, some people don't understand. The Bible says he wants you to be shrewd as serpents, but gentle as doves. Oh, yeah, we shrewd businessman, baby. Oh, yeah, we going to make sure we do good deals, but we're not going to take a granny. No, I'm not doing that. That's not what we do, baby. So let's talk about some of the pros and cons of wholesaling. Some of the pros are you get to earn quick money, quick turnaround, because you can do these deals in 30 days or less most of the time. You get to learn about the real estate industry, and you don't have to have a lot of cash. We're going to show you don't need a lot of cash for this. Some of the cons are it's hard work, baby. And you're gonna learn tonight. This is not easy, baby. Income can be unpredictable. I mean, you can sell a bunch of houses in a week, and then it may go dry for a while, right? So it's not like them buy and hold, baby. We get money every month, baby. Every month we got to get money. And here, you got to make a lot of money, man. And you got to keep making it. And it's contingent on you buying cash buyers. You got to have people that got cash can buy. And then sometimes it can be difficult to maintain that list because you can have lists out the gazoo. But I got a master today. This guy right here, I'm bringing on the team, baby. He's already been in this game. He's figured it out. We can ready to blow it out the water. So let's talk about any questions before I go. Keep going. All right, let's go through the step-by-step process in this game. So first of all, there's a contract signed between the wholesaler and the seller. So you find a seller that's willing to sell their house at a discount. So you have a purchase agreement that you got to make sure you put that assignment language in there that's between the seller and the wholesaler. You got to let them know, hey, I'm just getting interested in this thing. I'm not, if I don't buy it, I'm going to have somebody else to buy, or I'm going to help you sell it. All right. So you got to have that. That's where a lot of people get in trouble. I'm going to buy your house, but then they turn around. The seller don't know they're going to sell it to somebody else. Got to be upfront, baby. So how does it work? You got to find that distressed property first. You got to find properties significantly below market. This is not the market. We're not looking for stuff on the MLS. We can't make no money there. You're looking for people that need to sell. I got to sell this house now because I'm moving to Maryland. I got to take care of my mom, baby. Ain't nobody else there. So you find people that are displaced and stuff's going on in their life. Now, there's some people that's going to be, I'm thinking about selling, just want to find out what my house is worth, we got to figure out. That's warm, but when they hot, baby, they need to sell today. I need to make this deal happen in 7 days. That's what you're looking for right there. And so you got to get some leads, right? And you got to determine the must sell from the want to sell, right? And you got to take the phone calls. You got to have a script that you got to go through, that you got to ask the right questions. so that number one, you don't scare them off. Number two, that you got to show some empathy. You really care about them. I'm trying to, give you a decent deal for your house, but I got to tell you, there's some things going wrong with it. So you got to be able to negotiate. You got to build trust, right? And you got to do your math. You got to do your math, baby. No. You don't want to mess up on the math. You need to know what that ARV is. You need to know really good what that estimated repair cost is and how much money you want to make. And I'm going to show you that math here in a minute. You got to get that property under contract. Do your due diligence. Make sure that you know all the clauses on that contract, because they could have liens on it. They could have, tax warrants. You got to do a quick title search and make sure, okay, I want to buy this house, but we got to pay this stuff off first, right? So you got to do your due diligence. And you got to prepare some inspection, because a lot of times a guy like me, I want to know, how much is it going to cost me to get this house fixed up? And a lot of times the guys I deal with, I only get to walk through the house. I don't get, I got to do it quick and dirty, but I can do that. I got 20 years experience. I can walk in and say it's going to take 15 to 20,000, get that house fixed up, and I'm good. And I'm going to show you one today that I did. Like I said, last week I bought from a wholesaler. Then you got to find an investor who wants to buy that, get that deal signed, baby, get the closing, and make that money. That's what it's all about. So who are the sellers? Who are we going to be looking for? People that have tax default, people that are in pre-foreclosure, might be going through a divorce, they lost their job, they've been through probate, properties are tore up, they look like they run down, and then we're going to look at people when their listing has elapsed, right? So they had it with a real estate agent, Lila. Y'all didn't sell it for them. And so now they back, what are we going to do? Well, I'm the ones, hey, we can maybe get in there and get a deal. Because they had it on the market 3 months, couldn't sell it. It's time to cut a deal, baby. Let's get a discount. Homeowners, absentee owners, they don't live in the house. They got less, you can do more deals with people that ain't living in the house because it's just more bills for them, right? Landlords like me, at some point, gonna want to get out of business. Bam, I'm gonna be too old, and I'm gonna need to get out of business. But you know what? I got news for you. I ain't selling my goose leg to go name. I get all these letters all the time trying to buy my stuff. Dude, I ain't selling it. These goose still laying go today, baby. We own the track. All right, we got to keep going here, because now you found somebody, signed a deal. Now you got to find an investor and come to terms and get based on what you bought. So I bought it for 90. I know that it's probably, and this is the one I'm gonna show you. This wholesaler bought it for 90. He sold it to me for 97. So he made 7,000 in the middle. So I'm gonna show you that. So the wholesaler finds an outside investor who wants to buy the property according to the terms of the agreement. So who's out here buying properties for cash? Private money guys, hard money lenders, they loan money so they can buy these properties at discount for gas. So, anybody that's got cash, because these properties, you can't go get a loan on them. Bank's not going to give you money. And most of the time, the owners need this money fast, right? So you got really a 30-day window to get this deal done. Where you going to find them at? Oh, there's buyers everywhere, baby. And we're going to, I talked to Jordan, and I think we're gonna look for them on PropServe, because I saw they had, and you guys just hold on. We gonna figure this thing out. There's other places you can find them. You can do, we're gonna do some signs. We're gonna do auto dialers. We're gonna find. I'm sorry, I got confused there. Auto dialers is for finding the sellers. We're gonna find the buyers because they're out there. They're just like me. So I know a lot of guys, and so. But there's more of them out there. You can find out everybody that's purchased a house for cash right there in PropServe. All right, so now I found me an investor. And I'm going to make sure that investor gives me a significant deposit. So, because I really need him to close this deal, right? So the guy, the wholesaler that I deal with, he charges me a $3,000 earnest money deal, right? Because if I don't close this deal, my $3,000 is gone. So that's one of the key things. You got to make sure you hook these guys. Say, I know you only gave that seller $250 earnest money, but I need this guy to give me $3,000 because I got to make sure this deal closed. So when I sign that deal, that contract has got to state there. So let's talk about how we doing on time. We're doing all right. I got to save some time for my man, my master teacher. So I'm trying to get through this. So you got to figure out what the maximum allowable offer is. And so the maximum allowable offer, MAO, starts with the ARV, the after repair value. Everybody knows what the after repair value, don't we? Yes, we do. It's the appraised value. It's the amount that somebody's willing to pay for. It's the market value. It's what the house has been selling for in that area in the last 3 months in a radius. The houses, they got same bedrooms. You know what the ARV. So you figure out what the ARV is property. It's basically for flippers. They want to know, what can I sell that house? That's really the ARV. And from that number, you got to start subtracting the cost, right? First, you got to start with 70% of the ARV, because these guys are not going to buy properties at 100%. They're going to say, we need to start at 70, because when we finish this deal, all we want to be in it for is 70%. That's all I tell them. I can't be in the property more than 70%, because I'm going to take it and go refinance it. The bank's going to give me 80%, so I'm getting all my money back. Plus some, and I'm gonna do that again. That's called the bird, baby. Stay around. I'm gonna teach you about that bird. You put money in, but you get money right back, and you just keep doing it, baby. Burn it. Anyway, keep moving, right? You fooling around with all chasing these rabbits. So you got to take 70%, right? And then you gotta subtract the cost to fix it up, because that's what they're gonna have to pay. And then you gotta put your little profit in there, right? In this case, the one I'm gonna show you. The wholesaler made $7,000 off of me. He bought it for $90. He sold it to me for $97. He gets to keep the $7. So it kind of looks like this to me. Now, my master teacher, he may have a different way. We haven't talked about this, but as an investor, this is the way I look at it. And so I take 70%, I subtract the repair costs and the wholesale fee, and then I can get, here's the maximum amount of money I can pay for that property, right? So let's just go through a quick example. The ARV, let's see, we're assuming this property can sell for $100,000. So the flipper wants to make $20,000, so okay, $20,000. And then the repair costs, let's just assume it's $30,000. And let's say you want to make $10,000, right? So now the flipper don't care about the 70%, right? You notice the 70% is not in here. The flipper only cares about how much profit he's gonna make, how much it's gonna be to repair, right? So at the end of the day, $60,000 is gonna be what? The maximum allowable offer that we're gonna be willing to do on that deal. So that we can get our 10,000. And the flipper can make sure that he's got his costs covered to repair, and that he also has enough profit in it. Any questions on that? All right, you guys must be really good at this. All right, we're gonna see. All right, so the math for the buy and hold investor, me. This is my math. This is math I do. So I got a property. I know it's worth $100,000. I'm going to apply my 70% rule. I'm going to take a look at my repair costs, and I'm going to let the wholesaler make his little fee. So at the end of the day, it's $40,000 in costs. I'm up to 70. So my maximum allowable offer on this deal, if the repair cost was this and the wholesale cost was this, and I needed my 70% rule, as a wholesaler, this is what the best you can offer. Now, again, I'm gonna let the master talk about it later, but for me, buy and hold, this is kind of the way I look at it. And then finally, we get the deal closed. So, but I got to tell you a little word about the assignment. Reassigning is allowed, right? You as the buyer, you can assign your rights, your interest in the property to somebody else. But you got to make sure you got that in the contract, right? You got to reduce the likelihood that the seller won't object to the new purchaser, right? He's going to say, I thought you was going to buy it for this amount, but he finds out that you're getting 97 on the deal, So you just got to be careful about that. And so I'm going to have my master talk about that a little bit. Some properties can't be assigned, right? So you can do a deal with a HUD property, but you can't assign it to the Department of Human Development. It's not going to allow that. If the property has already been sold and it's at the bank, you're not going to be able to assign that property. Properties that's listed on the MLS, you're not going to be able to sign those, right? And then a lot of these properties, for example, they have this 90-day period before they're being allowed to be resold. So the properties we're going to be buying are people that own them, they live in them, they got a lot of equity in them. Those are the ones we're going to be looking at. A word about the assignment. Assignment, you simply write in one of the spaces there and or signs after your name, right? So that's the legal beagle right there. You got to have that in there. That means that you or somebody else can assign it to anybody you want to. Got to have that in there. Buyer beware, baby. The wholesaler isn't selling the property, but rather he's selling his equitable interest in the property. That's very, very important. I'm not a lawyer. Don't tell him I told you, but I'm telling you, you're only selling the equitable interest. All right, I'm gonna show you a closing statement later. I gotta get to any questions, and then I gotta let my man talk a little bit. Any questions? You guys are quiet tonight. All right, let's keep going then.
Raymond,
Yes.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
So coming from a real estate agent perspective, we generally allow about 30 days for closing. I know you mentioned that sellers generally want to close within 1 to 2 weeks.
Yes.
How are you able to have that quick turnaround?
Well, basically, all you're waiting on is the title work. You got to already have a buyer that has the cash. So at the end of the day, it's not about whether. Let me see what's the best way to explain. Yes, you got to have people that need quick closing. Now, if there's an issue with the title or something like that, you can always get extended. You know that you can ask for an extension. But normally, most of the title work you can get done in a couple of weeks, from what I've seen.
Okay, thanks.
All right. Other questions? All right. So, yeah. So we're going to skip that. No questions. So next week, let's talk about next week. So we're going to start our 8-week training session in Premier Model, and it's all wholesale, baby. None but wholesale. We're getting our wholesale game, getting our game face on, going wholesaling. And then the training is going to consist of real-time training. We're going to have the computer up. We're going to be sharing our screen. We're going to show you how we're finding these properties, what the criteria that we're using, all the technology that we're going to be using. We're going to be showing you that. And so here's a big piece of this. Everybody on this phone is not going to be able to do that. I understand it's not for everybody. So after a few weeks, I'm going to figure out, we're going to separate the cream from the crop. And I'm going to find out after a few weeks who's ready to go to the platinum level. And that platinum model is I'm going to start investing in you to run your own business. That's a different deal. So we're going to take a few weeks. I'm going to find out who can really do that. Because number one, you got to be a go-getter, baby. And when I told you earlier, this is not for the faint of heart. No, but there's some good money that you can make in this if you're willing to put in some work. So when I bump you up to the platinum level, it's more intense one-on-one training with my master trainer. He's going to make sure you got this thing down, baby. And then the remaining members, I'm going to keep going in the Premier module. You say, well, Mr. Ray, I ain't going to make the platinum. What am I going to do? I'm going to keep going with the Premier. I got stuff I can teach you. Don't worry about it. We got you covered. But I got to have the cream of the crop.